Hey everyone, this is Ravi from Simplilearn. Welcome to this Instagram marketing full course video for 2021. In this full course video, we'll be covering topics like the steps you need to follow to create an Instagram video, things you need to do to increase followers, the process of Instagram marketing, and how Instagram differs from Facebook. For this video, we have our experts Rob and Rahul taking us through all the topics. So without further ado, let's start by talking about how to create Instagram videos. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to never miss an update from Simplilearn.
Instagram how-to section. Instagram is one of the fastest growing social media networks. Its appealing format and functionality have driven people and businesses away from traditional networks like Facebook. Video content is the most popular content type on Instagram, so it's obvious that we need to dedicate one lesson to how to create, optimize and promote your video posts on Instagram. We will start this lesson with showing you how to make great Instagram videos and talk about the different types of videos for Instagram. And we will then demo you how to use the various video capturing and editing tools you will find in the Instagram app. We will close this lesson with how businesses can use Instagram and how you can make money with it. Instagram has extensive features to create and promote videos, particularly with the growing appetite in using Instagram stories. Video is the most important content form on Instagram. It is important though to make sure that before you start creating your video, you have a good idea of what you want to achieve with it. Is it to create awareness, to generate leads, or are you answering questions that clients may have? Utilize the video editing features that Instagram has, or use some external apps if you want to go beyond what Instagram has to offer. There are enough tools for you to make your Instagram video a visual feast, as you can only create that on Instagram. Shooting and editing a great video. Video is now the most shared content type on Instagram. Where in the early days Instagram video was only 15 seconds long, nowadays you can upload 60-second videos and turn multiple videos from your camera roll into one video clip. And today Instagram has lots of different options within the app to create videos and optimize them for the newsfeed or for stories. Recently Instagram announced IGTV. They're trying to take on YouTube with a dedicated video sharing app for vertical and landscape videos with a maximum length of 60 minutes for verified accounts or accounts with a large audience. However, anyone using the app will be able to upload up to 10 minutes of content to the platform. All in all, Instagram today is a fantastic network for brands to build brand awareness and to showcase their products or services. To shoot great videos for Instagram, you need to be aware of a few things. First of all, you need to shoot the video for Instagram. And Instagram has its own video formats. Video for the newsfeed tend to be square, whereas video for the stories must be vertical. The aspect ratio for vertical videos is 9:16, which gives you a perfect 90 degrees flip for normal widescreen video. It's also better to use your phone's native camera. This will give you better control over exposure and focus. Instagram will allow you to upload multiple clips and then edit them within the Instagram app. Also think about short form versus long form videos. Stories are good for short clips, whereas IGTV lends itself for longer videos. Short videos are great for explaining things that can be chopped up in steps like recipes or how-to videos. Long videos are good for brand experiences and interviews. Additionally, it goes without saying, you always need to think about what you want to achieve with your video. What's your end goal? Do you want new followers? Do you want to get into engagement with your followers? Or do you want to drive traffic to your website? All questions you need to think about before you start shooting your video. Video editing in external apps. Once you have shot your video, you can do some basic editing within the Instagram app. You can also edit your video outside Instagram. The best environment for editing your video is on your desktop computer. Apps like Adobe Premiere from Microsoft or iMovie from Apple will give you an extensive range of video and audio editing options. You can then save the edited file and move it to your phone via Google Drive, for instance, after which you can import the video file into Instagram. There are also many video editing apps for your mobile. They won't give you as many features as the desktop video editing, but they come a long way. One of my favorite apps is Video Show. What I like about Video Show is that it has a wide range of templates you can use as a format for your edited video. It also comes with an extensive song and music library. Video categories. So what type of video would work best on Instagram? Instagram lends itself for what we call snackable videos. A snackable video is short, compelling and entertaining. And they are designed to drive the viewer to some sort of action, like driving them to a landing page or to a fill-in form. Here are some examples of topics for your next Instagram video. It can feature your product features to show your followers what products you carry and why those products are unique. You can show your product in action. This is great for breaking up the monotony of staged product features. You can also give a sneak preview. In these type of videos, you announce news with a teaser, which gives your followers a sneak peek of what is to come. Behind-the-scene videos work very well on Instagram. They are great for building a more personal relationship with your audience. Think of office tours, staff introductions, a day in the life of. Tutorials will show your fans how to use your product. And finally, video series. They are great for building a community and for engaging with them. Once your community has seen an episode and they like it, they may want to come back for more. Video types. Besides different topics for your videos, you can also think about different formats for your videos. Looping videos can be created within the Instagram app. Looping videos start automatically from the beginning after the clip finishes. They can be very creative and work well to showcase movable product features. Stop motion video is an animation that is captured one frame at a time, with physical objects that are moved between frames. When you play back the sequence of images rapidly, it creates the illusion of movement. Both iOS and Android have lots of apps to create stop motion video. In a time-lapse video, you capture lots of photos of a scene over a period of time. These images are then put together to create a seamless sped-up video. Time-lapse videos work very well to show how something is built or made. And finally, hyperlapse videos. These are videos that allow you to squeeze several minutes of film into the 1 minute maximum set by Instagram. They are a bit like time-lapse videos, but the camera is moving. These videos are great to show behind-the-scene footage. How to use Instagram video options. There are various ways that you can make a video on Instagram, so let me show you how to do that. If you go to the Instagram app, it takes you to the news feed where you can browse. To make a quick video, you just click on the plus button, and that takes you to this shot of my phone, for instance. You need to make sure you activate video. If you click on the button, you can then make your video. You click again to stop recording and your video is ready. You can now play the video, and if you are happy with it, you click next and then you can add a filter if you want to. I will come back to filters and editing later. Then you just click next, write a caption, tag people, add a location and share it. Your video is now posted on Instagram. This is the simple way. There's also a more advanced way of making your video. So let me discard this video. Go back to the newsfeed. We're now in the newsfeed. The creative way to create a video is go to your Instagram stories. To access your Instagram stories, you can swipe to the right. Or you can also click on the little camera on the top left of your screen that takes you to the same video screen. And now you see that you have more options. You can see that here at the bottom. You can do live video, you can do normal video, you can select boomerang video, you can do super zoom, you can focus on your video, rewind your video and record hands-free. So let me explain these in a bit more detail. For normal video, you just click on the video button and then you can see that it's recording. And when you're ready with the recording, then you let go of the button. And what you see now is that you have some extra options at the top, where you can add effects, stickers, drawings or text. So this is the simple way of making a video with added effects. You can also go for live video, and this is just like Facebook Live. When you click on Go Live, then Instagram will announce it to your followers. And then you can start your live broadcast. When you're ready with your live broadcast, Instagram will ask you if you want to post it on your stories or in your newsfeed, and then you're done with your broadcast. A very creative way of making videos is using Boomerang. Boomerang was a separate app which became very popular. It was then acquired by Instagram. A boomerang video is a video that repeats itself. If I click on Boomerang, I'm going to get the phone and I will turn it. Then when you look at the video I created, you see how the video repeats itself all the time. You can do a lot of creative things with the boomerang effect. You can make people move back and forwards, you can make objects move up and down, and then post them as short repeating videos. You also see that you can change the camera into selfie mode and you can add some special overlay effects as well. So there's different filters. I quickly scan through those. When you're in selfie mode, you can have funny face alterations as well. So lots of different effects that you can create here. So now let's look at the super zoom video. The super zoom is a bit like paparazzi video, also with different effects that you can add to it. So for instance, I want hearts on this video. Click on it and then it will zoom in and you will see hearts popping down. And here is the stamp effect. Click on it and there you go. When I do a focus video, it makes the background blurred. With rewind video, you can make the video playback by itself. And then finally, there's the hands-free video. If you click on hands-free, you don't have to keep on pressing the record button. So you have more freedom in camera movement when you choose this option. So these are the different types of video that you can make on Instagram. How to use Instagram video options and filters. To show you how the effects work on Instagram, I can go to Instagram and then into the story creation mode. And here I can just make a normal video. I can pan and move the video around a bit, so the video is ready now. And here I am in the screen where I have the different options to add creative effects to my video. So this is what I can do. First, I can download the video on my phone by clicking the downward arrow. I can then get different effects. I can add stickers. I can play without sound. I can draw on the screen and I can add text. There are many different options. And when you click on the effect button at the bottom, you see the effects that you can add to your video. There are effects that can be added when there is a face on the screen, but there are also effects that can be added as an overlay over the video. We can also add stickers like a location sticker and a mention or a hashtag sticker. Interesting thing about these text type stickers is that when you add these, Instagram will actually understand the text and will add them to the index for search. You can easily move the stickers over the screen, you can add a time or a date, and you can also add quizzes. So you can ask a question, for instance, do you like this? And then people can actually answer by dragging the slider. You can do a poll, and there's a whole range of other stickers that you can add to your video. You can draw as well. You can have a thin line or a thick line. You can change the color, you can do special effects, and you can erase as well. So you can do many different effects with this. You could create an effect where you wipe out the whole screen, and then with the eraser you can reveal sections of the video. You can get text, and then when you're done with it, you can add the video to your stories or save them as highlights on your profile page, or you can share it on your newsfeed. Monetizing your Instagram videos. There are many different ways to make money with Instagram. You can make money as an influencer by creating sponsored video posts. These are videos where you promote a product from a brand, and the brand will reward you for giving them access to your followers. Tap Influence is an excellent app to connect brands with influencers. You can also sell your videos. Instagram is a great place to showcase your content. 2020 is an excellent website where you can promote and sell your video content. And of course there is affiliate marketing, where you can promote your products from your affiliate partners and get a commission on each sale. ShareSale is a website where you can search for potential affiliate partners. Or why not sell your Instagram account if you no longer want to manage it? FameSwap is the place where you can do this. Finally, Instagram can also help you indirectly to make money. You could use it to promote your YouTube channel, and as we have learned in this course, there are many ways of making money through YouTube. Takumi is one of the leading online platforms where small influencers can get connected with big global brands. When you have more than 1,000 followers and you have good content, you will be able to use this network to identify brands to work with. Here are the takeaways of this lesson. Video has become the top content type shared on Instagram. And today Instagram has a whole range of options to create and optimize your videos for the newsfeed and for the stories. Short videos of maximum 60 seconds are best for Instagram. Instagram uses looping videos. They start automatically from the beginning after the clip finishes. Use looping videos to showcase a fun or versatile product feature. Instagram has many different video styles in the Stories camera, and once you've shot your story video, you have plenty of options to customize them. Takumi is an online platform where micro-influencers can connect with big global brands to sell their original content.
Greetings everyone, this is Rob Sanders and welcome to this Simplilearn webinar. Today we're going to talk about how to increase Instagram followers. Today's webinar we're going to have some tips and best practices for you to take advantage of to increase Instagram followers. So let's get started and talk a little bit about Instagram. So Instagram is not really an up-and-coming platform, it is already up-and-coming. A lot of users. In fact, 500 million daily active Instagram users. 500 million daily. The user base growth of more than 300% year over year. So it's growing and growing and growing. It's become more and more popular ever since it's launched back in 2010. And then there's more than 100 million photos uploaded daily. So it's a platform where you can upload photos, tag those photos, even use and implement videos. And photos have become very popular with the advent of mobile technology that the Instagram app makes it easy for you to post your photo. So there's no surprise there's a growth, there's no surprise there's a lot of users, there's no surprise that there's 100 million photos plus uploaded daily. And then there are 400 million stories posted daily. So when you post something, you can create a story out of it. And there's 400 million of those per day. And then there's more than 50 billion photos shared to date. So since 2010, platform now, which is now owned by Facebook, has become really, really popular. A good place for you if you have your own company, if you have your own brand, if you have your own product, it's a good place for you to really showcase that service, that product, that brand because of the user base, how easy it is to use, and the wide reach it has for you in which to tell your story. As I mentioned, there are lots of photos shared to date, close to $7 billion revenue generated through to Instagram mobile. So on top of everything I just said, there's a lot of e-commerce going on here too. So Instagram is a platform in which there's e-commerce integrated within the platform. So as a business who offers up products, you can actually generate revenue for yourself. On the flip side, Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, has an opportunity to sell advertising space on Instagram. So Instagram is an e-commerce platform, to say the least. In fact, Instagram is, because it's so popular, because it's part of Facebook's advertising platform, there are more than 2 million advertisers on Instagram. So amongst all those stories, videos, and photos and hashtags, you'll see some ads. And then because you'll see ads, because you'll see users, you're going to see businesses. It's just a good place to really set up shop and really tell your story through the world of photos and videos. So 25 million plus businesses have already migrated over to Instagram, and that's growing and growing and growing. So it's an opportunity for you to work with other businesses. So the arrow is definitely pointing up on Instagram. There's a lot going on here. Easy to use application, especially when it comes to photos and videos. So we're going to go through some tips and tricks today, and we're going to talk about everything there is to know about Instagram and how to increase your followers. So let's take a look at tip 1 here. So because Instagram is an application, everything you do on it is through the application. Now you could certainly view a web page version on it, but you really can't do much out of that. So if I go to my Instagram account, for example, using my desktop, I can see my profile and I can edit my profile to a degree, but everything you're doing is through the application. So when it comes to that, tip 1 here is take advantage of your bio. So regardless of what industry you're in, who you are, you really want to have a clear and concise and compelling bio. Why? Because this is your introduction to the world. You want people to know who you are. And because if you don't really become very clear to people, they're not going to follow you. So this is where it all starts. You need to take advantage of your bio, have a clear and concise bio, and have a link to your website or some contact information. So to me, this is where it all starts. You got to have a bio because that's what people are going to look at, and they're going to decide whether to follow you or not based on primarily that bio. That's where it all starts. So make sure you have a good bio. That's tip number 1. So you'll have to make sure that your landing page is also mobile optimized, since most Instagram users are on mobile. So if you're going to put a link to your website and somebody's on the Instagram app and they see your bio and they like it and you have a link to your website, make sure that landing page they go to is mobile optimized. So tip number 2, everything you do on Instagram when it comes to posting evolves around hashtags. So that's the backbone of the platform. Just like most platforms out there, social media platforms like Twitter or Facebook, Pinterest, you're going to have hashtags accompany those posts. So Instagram's no different. But in this case, you really, really want to take advantage of the hashtags. So hashtags are there to help users find your content. So you want to start out by using hashtags that are relevant to your business. So if you're in the food industry, you're going to post something related to food. Do the appropriate amount of research to find hashtags to describe your brand, and also are being searched on Instagram. So what does that mean? That means do a little bit of homework on Instagram. See what searches or see what other brands in your industry are using for hashtags. Don't be afraid to use the same hashtag, but mix it up. Hashtags are important. So don't be afraid to put a hashtag in there that really defines what your business is about. But if it's relevant, use other hashtags that are popular or people are using to find information. So mix it up, but the key here is relevancy. You want to make sure you align your hashtags with your content and making sure the connection between the hashtag and the content is relevancy. So using the popular tags on your photos or videos might get you some immediate engagement, but it may not help with future goals like long-term engagement, new interested followers, and sales. So here really what I'm trying to say is, look, pick and choose your hashtags carefully. carefully, because if you use something broad or something non-relevant, yeah, you may get that click to your Instagram page, but that doesn't necessarily mean somebody's going to follow you, or that doesn't really mean somebody's going to be interested in what you have to offer. So if you use something really popular and broad, yes, you're going to get short-term gratification, but not long-term interest. Tip number 3, post your content at the right time. So according to Sprout Social, which is a social media scheduling platform, among other things, so they deal with a lot of people using their platform and posting content via their platform. They have data, and they're telling us, based on the data they've collected, that the best time to post is between 2 and 3 p.m. and the best day to post is Thursday. Now, that may be all fine and true according to a Sprout Social study. And so you may want to go with this 2 to 3 p.m. and this is probably local, in case you're wondering what time zone they're referring to. So this is all local to you. So go ahead and try that out. Try 2 to 3 p.m. on Thursday. The thing is, what you're going to have to do eventually is figure out what the best time to post is. Okay, so if you're putting out a lot of content and you're putting out content throughout the week at certain times of the day or throughout the day, you're going to have to determine which time of day and what day is generating the best engagement for you. Who's looking at your post at what point of the day, what day of the week. And so you're going to really have to lean on a social media platform to help you determine that, because they're going to have the data that you need to determine what the best time of day to post is. Okay, so we'll talk about social media platforms here shortly. We just know that when you post with some rationale in mind. Ask yourself, before you even push that publish button or before you even schedule that post, this time of day and this day of the week makes sense. So you always want to post at the right time, because you could be missing your audience. So remember, when you do this, you're going to be working with some platform, and Instagram also has some analytics for business accounts. So Instagram will also give you some feedback as to how your posts are performing. And we're going to talk about that here shortly as well. So let's move over to tip 4 here. So steal followers from your competitors. Okay, so if you're dealing in a very competitive industry and your competitors have a lot of followers, it's very, very easy to see who's following them. So the easiest way to do this is just interact with your competitors' followers. You could follow a user, like or comment on their photos. And so the more you engage with people, the more you stand to gain from them. So you could see who your competitors' followers are, and you can add them as a follower just by following them. So start engaging with them. If they're liking your competitor's brand, then the chances of them liking your brand could be great. So check out who your competitors' followers are. If they seem like somebody who you would want to be following your brand, then go ahead and interact with them. And how you interact is, again, you can like something that they post, or you can comment on something that they posted. Okay, engage with them. Okay, it doesn't take that much time. It's a good way to gain followers. So if we're on Instagram, we can simply just click on the brand's followers. So here I can see this brand has 127 followers, and here I can see all the followers. And what I could do is simply just click on one of the followers and I can go to their profile. And from there I could see what they've posted in terms of videos and images, and I can like or comment. So just doing something as simple as this gets you an opportunity to engage with somebody who can then turn around and follow you. So tip 5, pay for sponsored posts and product reviews. So a number of ways you could do this here. So pay for a sponsored post. So you could find an influencer who satisfies a couple of requirements. They have large following and an email address in the profile. So you can connect with them and ask them for sponsored post pricing. So it's as simple as that, as reaching out to somebody who has a large following. Okay? So if you do this, then it's going to put you in front of a large number of people. And so by doing this, it'll help expose your brand to that larger audience and help build your credibility, because you're connecting with somebody who has a large audience as well. So do a little bit of homework, find people out there in your industry industry who has a large following, and make sure they have that email address in their profile so you can contact them. And when you contact them, ask them for sponsored post pricing. So if the influencer has an email address, then they're open to sponsored post or shout out. So that's the key. So they got to have that email address. And when they do, then it's all about asking them and connecting them with them on being a sponsor to one of your posts. Okay, you want to get yourself out there in front of people. This is the quickest way to do that. Okay, so tip 6, we want to use geotags for easier discoverability. Okay, so tag your images, videos, or stories by tagging the location, city, or venue where it was posted from. So very easy to do as you're posting. Just go ahead and there's an option in there to say, hey, where are you located? Or what city are you located in? So locations have their own feed and stories which you can contribute to. So go ahead and add that extra element to your tags. So if somebody's in that location, the chances of them engaging are going to be great. And it's good for local businesses because if you're local and you're posting your location, then again, somebody in that location is likely to engage with you. So tip 7, use Instagram stories to attract followers and grow your user base. So stories, a really big feature on Instagram. So what stories could be used for is just show footage of an environment. So it could be your office, it could be your home, it could be, the playground, it could be the golf course, it could be anywhere that you want to show footage of. So you want to post news relevant to your industry. So if you're in the food industry, hey, why not go in the back into the kitchen and post a story about how a particular bread or cake is made? Okay, show off your product. So if you are in that food industry and say you're in the pizza making business, perfect opportunity to show people via an Instagram story how to make that pizza and how you make that pizza, what ingredients you use. How unique is your particular product? And that's really what you want to get across when you do a story. You want to show something unique and relevant that's going to grasp people's attention. You can promote a company event. So if you're celebrating, say, 200,000 subscribers, create a YouTube video or you can create an Instagram story. It works just as well. So you can endorse your company's blog post. You can post positive user reviews. So these are all features of a story. Increase interactivity with polls, sliders, etc. And then you can also mention other companies that work with or follow you. So great use of Instagram stories is do a shout out to somebody else. So Instagram stories is a really big feature with Instagram. Check it out. You can just do a search for Instagram stories. In fact, let's get some of you users involved. What best practices do you have when creating Instagram stories? Why don't you go ahead and share your Instagram story with us by putting that Instagram story in the comment section below. So we want to get everybody involved here because there's thousands upon thousands of great Instagram stories out there to be shown and viewed and engaged with. So go ahead and share your Instagram story. If you have any other tips or tricks, then go ahead and put those in the comment section so that everybody can benefit from them. So the only thing to keep in mind when you're creating these stories is what are your followers interested in seeing? So your stories could teach or promote something to your user base. So always keep that in the back of your mind. For me, I always go back to what industry are you in? If you're in the food industry, hey, people who are following you are interested in food. If you're a pizza company, show off that pizza. If you're a bakery, show off how you make your breads and goods, baked goods. Whatever it is you have, show it off because if somebody's following you, that's what they're interested in. So tip number 8, highlight important stories. So you want to highlights serve as the easiest way to create a first impression for a potential follower. So with highlights can be used to tease what your content's about, create a trailer for what your brand offers, promote your product. So highlights are there. It's a good feature. It's a first impression for a potential follower. So it teases what the content's about. It creates a trailer, so to speak, for your brand and promotes your product. So use highlights. And again, any users out there who have good examples of highlights, go ahead and put those in the content section or comment section right below this video. So remember, stories have only a 24-hour lifespan, so highlights can be used to give them a second wind. Okay, so highlights serve a purpose. It teases what the content's about, it promotes the product, and it really kind of accentuates that story. Tip number 9, ask for followers. So sometimes people need a little push before they can follow you on Instagram. Even if they enjoy your content. So you can ask users to become your followers in the caption, the comment section, or even work it into your content. So in other words, when you're posting something, don't be afraid to say, hey, follow me. I got some good stuff here. Be confident. You don't want to do it for every post, of course, but pick and choose. If you feel you have a really good post, really good image that you think is going to gain a lot of followers and engagers, then you don't necessarily need to put a caption in there. But if it is popular, then go ahead and say, hey, this is a popular post. Think about following me, or put something in the comment section. You want to do it kind of succinctly. You don't want to be begging, but just work it in to some degree. Okay, but don't be afraid. Have some confidence in asking for followers. So when you do this, it's very similar to how we do it on YouTube. So you can ask viewers to subscribe to their channels at the end of the video. So if on YouTube, basically you're saying, hey, if you like what we have, go ahead and subscribe. It's no different on Instagram. If you have something you've posted, just go and say, hey, you like this? Go ahead and follow us. It's that simple. So tip number 10, take on the latest trends to get more followers. So align your content to cater to trending topics or hashtags to improve engagement and discoverability. So really what we're trying to say here is your competitors follow influencers. What are the latest trends? And you can get an idea of the latest trends by you looking at hashtags. So what hashtags are trending? Which ones are people using the most? So really what you want to do is whatever's trending in your industry, ride that wave, so to speak. Now, it doesn't have to take on your entire profile, but there's nothing wrong with one or two posts. If something's really taking on popularity, then go ahead and post about it as well. For example, in the wine industry, if there's a new wine that really came out that's really gaining some popularity, go ahead and post about it with the same hashtag and with the unique hashtag. So don't be afraid to, ride the wave of popularity, so to speak, because it shows that, you know what you're talking about. It adds some credibility, and it's going to get some, viewers over to your Instagram profile. So keep in mind, you need to keep your content relevant, because if your audience is interested in what you have to offer, then they're going to be engaged. However, if you're joining the discussion in a relevant manner, keep it in mind whether your audience will interact or not is important, but just always keep in mind, you always want to stay within your industry and relevancy for your target audience. So tip number 11, run contests and giveaways. And so just like on YouTube, just like on Facebook, Instagram is no different. You can increase reach and exposure by running contests. Since most followers would tag their friends to let them know about it, it's a good idea to run contests. And so what's an idea of a contest? Well, again, if you're running a pizza parlor, you could say, hey, what's your favorite pizza? Or give me your favorite pizza ideas. And you can run a contest, and you can have people even create their own pizza and post an image of it. You can have people create stories on the best ways in which they create pizza or their experience in another pizza parlor. There's lots of things you can do to create a contest, and you don't always have to give something away. You could just do something for fun, especially if you have a lot of followers. If you have a lot of followers, then somebody's going to take part in it. So don't be afraid to run contests just to make it fun and light it up a little bit. So each tag can bring you a new audience member who could be a potential follower. So anytime you run a contest, people are going to tag their friends to let them know about that contest. So those friends are going to come over and likely engage. So that's the beauty of running a contest or giveaway, is chances are word's going to spread and it's going to get you some new followers. So that's the end benefit, so to speak. But the real benefit is keeping your audience engaged. So tip number 12, we want to stay consistent with posts. So having a consistent pace and theme for your posts can have a huge impact to convert visitors. So when we say consistent, if you're again that pizza parlor, stay within pizza. You could branch out a little maybe and talk about salads or talk about beverages to, as a complementary factor to the pizza. Okay, but don't talk about hamburgers if you're focused in on pizza. So we want to stay consistent with your theme. This method involves less effort with a faster production of Instagram content. So that means what we're really trying to say here is focus. Stay focused on who you are. If you do that, if you're consistent and you're gaining some followers, and that's what people are coming to you for, the content that you're good at, for the industry industry you're in. Okay, so if you start varying it and branching out, then it's going to muddy the water, so to speak, and you're probably going to get less engagement. So set a theme on Instagram by maintaining consistency in your personality, filters, colors, and layout. And really what I'm referring to is post. And when you have post something, you're really creating a personality for yourself. Okay, so if you're in fashion, for example, and you're in the jeans industry, well, jeans, right? That's your personality. Accentuate it with different outfits related to jeans. But, when you start talking about dresses and shoes, and that kind of blurs your personality a bit. So if you stay consistent within jeans and outfits that go with jeans, then I think people are going to start to pick up on that personality. So tip 13, keep track of your Instagram following. So you can analyze the growth of your channel with tools like Social Blade that can tell you how many followers you've lost over time and how engaged they are. Okay, so you can use data gathered from here and from Instagram business account to diagnose where you're faltering. So let's take a look at Social Blade as an example here. So if I go over here, I'm going to go to Social Blade. Here I can enter in basically any account after I register, and I could see how that account has performed. Where they rank, how many uploads they have, what country they focused on, what industry. And the beauty here is I could see, and I'm looking at YouTube as an example, I could see, how my posts to perform. Well, you could do this for Instagram, you could do it for Facebook. So you can really get an idea of how your account's performing. So Social Blade's a great platform for measuring. And again, you do also have Instagram Business Insights. So with Instagram Business Insights, basically what you're going to do is you're going to go to your app, right? And then from the app, you could basically look at your insights from there. So in the app itself, you're going to click on the upper right, 3 lines, and from there you're going to see insights. And when you go to insights, you're also going to see, what your reach is, how many impressions, and some engagement metrics in terms of your audience, where they're located, the age range. Okay, you're going to also see some content related information. So there's a lot you could see from the Instagram insights, analytics insights, but you can also see additional information from Social Blade. So the key here is when you're looking at your data, you want to look for patterns. In post, what post received the most amount of engagement? So if you see something working, obviously replicate it. You don't want to replicate it immediately, but make note of it and use it for future content. So tip 14, use Instagram ads. So Instagram ads give you complete control over advertisements. So how they appear and who sees them. So with Instagram ads, you can run photos, you can run videos, carousels, slideshows, stories. So we mentioned this on other webinars for Facebook advertising. It's worth repeating. So if I go back into, say, Facebook Ads Manager, I can pick and choose my placements. And really what I want to do is pick and choose, for example, Instagram. And so I have Instagram feed, I have Instagram stories. So, and I could see what the video requirement or the media requirement is for running on Instagram. So with Instagram, you can run stories, you can run videos, single image ads, you can run carousel. So really, you could put your best forward, meaning take the post that's performing well, and maybe you want to advertise that, promote it. So you're going to run this through Facebook Ads Manager, and it's going to tell you, what your audience size is, your potential reach, okay, what your daily results would be. So you're going to get all that information when you run your ads on Facebook Ads Manager. But it's a great opportunity for you to really push forward. If you're running a promotion, it's really an opportunity for you to push forward that promotion. Other advantages: scalable pricing, self-serve and instant, robust reporting, and highly refined audience retargeting. So all of that is in the Facebook Ads Manager. You can get all the reporting you need, meaning, who saw the ad, did they click on it? Okay, you can refine that target audience. You can go back into Facebook Ads Manager and refine who your audience is. So lots of flexibility here on advertising on Instagram. But the key here is if you want to run advertising on Instagram, think about what it is you're trying to promote. If you feel something needs to get promoted, then go ahead and, you can either, again, reach out to somebody and have them sponsor it, or you can run it as an advertisement. So let's move on to tip 15. So we want to create visually attractive and eye-catching ads. So if you are going to run ads, here's some things to keep in mind. Okay, you want to use images that are natural and seem native. Okay, you don't want to use any stock photography. First off, you want to use something that you've done. Okay, you want to minimize the amount of text, so let the image do the talking. You want to ensure your caption relates to the image and resonates with your audience. Okay, so you have an opportunity to add some text below the image. Okay, so make sure it resonates. And then of course use hashtags to show your ads to target your audience, but a wider relevant audience. So hashtags do play a role here as well. So these are some tips. If you're going to create ads, you want to take these into account. The whole point of the ad is to get people over to either web page or to your profile page, okay, so that they can engage and take action. So Instagram ads will help showcase your product, service, or brand in a way that's memorable and unique. So if you really want to get your vision, your brand, your product out there in front of a lot of people, then advertising on Instagram is a good way to do that. So since we've been talking about pizza throughout this webinar, this is a good Instagram profile here about pizza. I'm getting hungry just looking at this. Hopefully this is an example for all veg and non-veg pizza consumers. I mean, you can see this profile here. They got the website, they got the handle. Okay, so they have a lot of followers. So, if I'm in the pizza industry, I can go ahead and, click on their followers and see who's following them, who they're following. So some really good shots of pizza here. It looks like, a lot of people were involved in this. You could see lots of different examples here. Some cute ones, some funny ones, some humorous ones. So, just taking a look at something like pizza, which, most people enjoy, most. And you can kind of appreciate how much of an advantage Instagram can be, because you can accentuate photos, you can have fun with it, you can really run some contests here, give us your best pizza photo. So here, you could say use daily pizza as a hashtag for a feature. Okay, so they're even encouraging you to use a specific hashtag. So you can really do a lot here on Instagram. This is just a good example of what you can do and have fun with, with an example like pizza, just to give you some ideas. So let's move on to tip 16. Take advantage of Instagram tools. So you can use scheduling tools like Later, Hootsuite, and Buffer. So I can't stress this enough. When it comes to measuring the engagement of your Instagram post, you're definitely going to need a social media tool. So you're also going to need it if you do a lot of posting on Instagram. So let's take a look at an example. We'll use later.com. So if I go to Later, here I could see, I can use this to upload my images to my profile. So here you can see it's scheduled throughout the day of the week. So that way we're not overlapping. We're scheduling based on the times of the day that people are going to look at this. So here I could see, particular stories. If any stories are posted, okay, I can look at it from a weekly or monthly preview. I could see what's been posted, okay? And more importantly, as a schedule tool, I can also see the analytics. I could see, how many were posted, how many followers. So this is really important because, if my profile is growing, I want to be able to see what post performed best, what the audience was like, by gender, by age, by location. So again, I can look at it by post performance, story, or hashtag analytics as well. So Later really goes into details about, what's driving engagement. So here you can see some hashtags that this particular company is using on Instagram. So here you can see how many posts with this hashtag, and what kind of engagement did they receive? Did they receive likes, comments, impressions? How much reach did they get? How many saves? And it really just does go into detail. So Later does a good job. I like this platform, especially for Instagram. It's great for scheduling, but more important, in addition to the Instagram analytics, you can really lean on, this particular platform to get a really good idea as to, how particular posts are performing. Remember, if a post is performing, you want to reuse it at a certain point in time. Okay, learn from best practices, learn from what's working, learn from what's not working. If something's not working, then don't do it again. So you can really get a good breakdown here in later.com. So remember, these tools place an emphasis on automation, okay, enabling you to automatically post at a scheduled time. So you want to lock it in at a certain period of time and not have to worry about it. So it allows you to really hone in on that particular time of the day and day of the week so that you're really maximizing your chances of getting good engagement. Okay, so develop your own signature style. So set up a style and content theme so that you're able to stand out amongst the various competitors. So, again, just going back to our pizza example, lots of good photos of pizza, but this is their style. This is who they are. They're not a particular brand. They're just, people who like pizza. Okay. And they're having fun with it. Okay. So that's their style. They're posting really good shots of all this different types of pizza, different styles, different toppings, and just to give you an idea of how popular pizza is and what you can do with it. Okay. So again, this is a good basic example of what you can do with something as simple as pizza. So don't be afraid to experiment, try something different with your profile, do something different. You don't always have to follow what everybody else is doing. That's the great thing about Instagram. It allows you to be free and creative. In fact, if anybody has any styles that have worked for them, feel free to put something in the comment section. We'd love to hear your thoughts. So tip 18, use user engagement to your advantage. So I just mentioned that using the later example. So we want to be able to learn from what's working and not working. So user-generated content shows off your brand to be authentic and improves your relationship with your followers. So, you want to be unique with the content that you're posting. So if you do that, you're likely to build that relationship and, increase your followers. And you want to be able to see of that user-generated content, that UGC, which is performing, which is not performing. Okay, so basically your followers and your audience are telling you what's working and not working. So take advantage of that. Remember, going back to hashtags, you could set up your own unique hashtag and ask your users to post images or videos relating to that, which you can post in your brand's account. So just like the whole pizza thing, they're saying, hey, look, use daily pizza for a feature. Okay, that's a good example of something you can do as well. So you could set up a unique hashtag and say, hey, use this hashtag, and that'll help you gain some followers. That'll help you gain some notoriety and some visibility on your platform. Tip 19, use high quality images and videos. Just like on YouTube, just like on Facebook, Instagram's no different. Images must be of high quality, authentic, and original. Again, one more time, going back to the pizza, these images look to be pretty high quality. If you have a decent mobile phone, that's all it takes. A mobile phone with a camera, that is. That's all it usually takes. You want to be able to get that right shot. You don't want to use anything that's of low quality because it really is going to take away from, the story you're trying to tell. So you don't have to be a professional per se. Just make sure what you're posting, whether it be video or whether it be an image, is of high quality. And remember, videos needs to be fun and informational without causing the user to lose interest. So, if you're going to create a video, go ahead and, you can make it short, make it fun. Okay. You can see here, these guys are just showing you how pizza's made. It doesn't take a long time. They're just going through the motions. They're not boring you with details. They're not talking. Really quick and easy. Just to give you an idea. It doesn't have to be as serious, it can be fun. So video content needs to be fun and informational without causing users to lose interest. That's the key. Short, sweet, unique, authentic, and fun. Have fun with it. So worth repeating, don't use stock images on Instagram because, they don't really bode well for your particular brand. It's Instagram. It allows you to post original content. That's the whole purpose of it. Okay. And on the video side, be concise, high quality, and informational enough. Okay, so you have to hold the user's attention here. So when we say concise, don't make it a 5-minute video. Obviously make it high quality, relevant to what you're trying to offer. And if you can do that, you're likely going to hold the user's attention. So tip 20, promote your Instagram page on other social media channels. So Facebook and Instagram are part of the same family. So this seems like a natural, but don't be afraid to promote it on other channels like Pinterest or YouTube. The whole idea is to get users to your Instagram page and encourage them to follow it. So, you can always put that URL in, other platforms like YouTube. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, you can also promote your page offline with print ads and during other relevant events. And then I would even take that a step further is you'll probably see, an Instagram logo on a web page along with other social media icons. So you always want to help promote Instagram on your webpage as well, but you can do it for offline with print ads. So you can simply just put, whatever your slug is for Instagram, whatever your ID is, whatever you're using on Instagram, that's what you can use. Don't be afraid to promote it offline or online.
Instagram is a social media platform that needs no introduction. With nearly 1 billion monthly active users and 500 million daily active users, Instagram is a platform rife with marketing potential. More than $7 billion revenue has been generated from Instagram Mobile, and it's home to more than 2 million advertisers. Not only that, marketing on Instagram has the following advantages too. You have increased conversions. According to research, more than 1/3 of the people using the app have used it to purchase products, which means by marketing your products on the app, there's a higher chance of conversion. You also have advanced targeting options. This is in part thanks to Instagram's parent company, Facebook. Instagram has access to just about all advertising features offered by Facebook ads. With this, you can advertise to people based on their age, location, gender, interests, and much more. You can also build better brand-follower relationships. You can stimulate conversion with your followers and build a connection with them. You'll also get a greater understanding of what your followers like and dislike based on their engagement. This enables you to make content they enjoy more and increase the chance of converting a user to a consumer. So let's have a look at how marketing is done on Instagram. Let's start with number 1, optimize your bio. Your bio is the first thing people notice when they get to your page. That's where they make the first impression of your brand, and that's why it's important for your bio to be informative, captivating, and engaging. Use your bio to provide a brief description of your brand or product, the type of content you'll be posting, brand hashtags, links to other social media platforms, and more. Your bio should also include a URL to where you want to drive traffic to, be it your brand's website or a page for a particular product. Make sure to track this link as well to see how much traffic it brings. Here's an example of how Samsung uses its bio effectively. You can see it's a very straightforward. It's got a branded hashtag. It talks about all the services Samsung offers. There are links to other pages and a link to the website as well. It's to the point and covers everything you need to know about it. Next up at number 2, we have create a content calendar. Now, if you ask anyone who works with social media, one of the most important things they'll tell you is to have a content calendar. A content calendar enables you to keep track of your posts. It'll help you plan ahead and automate the process of publishing your posts when your audience is most active. A calendar helps you decide what content, caption, hashtags, videos goes live on what day, date, or time. A consistent post schedule will enable you to make the most out of Instagram. It'll also keep your audience engaged and also give you access to historical posts if you want to repost your older content. Next up, we have number 3, get greater reach with ads. Paid ads can enable you to get more followers, engagement, leads, and conversions. The caveat here being that you'll need to pay for it too. The ad options are pretty similar to what you have on Facebook, like audience segmentation based on likes, interactions, buying habits, and more. You also have a variety of ad formats to choose from, like story ads, image ads, video ads, collection ads, and more. Moreover, they can also be set up from Facebook Ads Manager. Here's an example from an ad from Body Shop, in which they're using a single image ad. The advertising works because of its interesting, creative, and attractive ad copy that attracts the customer to interact with the post and click on the link. Let's go to number 4. Have a visually consistent feed. Instagram is a platform in which people gravitate towards aesthetically pleasing content. To authentic expressions and diverse perspectives, the objective is that your feed needs to match with your brand's identity and must appeal to the audience within your industry. What works nowadays are candid shots, muted, earthly tones with a low-key editing style. Your content must feel down to earth and your brand approachable. As you can see in the images, all of them have aesthetically pleasing images and a somewhat blue or underwater theme. And that's the kind of thing you should aim for. Your content following an understandable and interesting aesthetic depending on the product you're trying to sell. Now for number 5, tell a story. The images, videos, and stories you post need to tell stories that can captivate your audience and establish a connection with them. This makes it more likely that they feel closer to your brand and buy your products. Your captions can tell stories that can help your brand appear more human and build deeper connections with your audience. Your content needs to align with what your audience cares about or solves problems they face. Here's an example of how the page Patagonia talks about forests in America. Each of their posts tells stories about a different issue that affects nature. Their brand on Instagram revolves around bringing awareness to such issues. That's the kind of stories you should tell with your brand. Next up, number 6. Use the right hashtags. Using the right hashtags can make the difference between your post showing up on the Explore tab for everyone to see and it getting lost in the sea of content. Your hashtags shouldn't be too generic like #NewYear or #style since they'll have too much competition. Instead, mix up trending and industry-specific keywords to connect with your followers. Research on successful hashtags and limit yourself to less than 7 in each post. The more the hashtags in your post, the more likely it seems spammy, untargeted, and unprofessional. Find out what and how many hashtags your competitors use and how you can do something similar. You could also create a hashtag for your brand. These need to be short, easily memorable, and involve your brand name in some way. Let's now go to number 7. Take advantage of UGC. UGC or user-generated content gives your followers to further involve themselves with your brand. UGC also by them as well. Regardless of the field your brand belongs to, UGC can be used to convert followers into advocates of your brand. Here's an example of how Starbucks uses user-generated content and takes advantages of their audience to advertise their products. In this post here, they are attracting customers with an image of happy children dressed in products sold at Starbucks. The post posted by another user would be appreciated by the audience and improve brand loyalty. Next up, number 8. Take advantage of video ads. Most Instagrammers state that users have visited websites, searched, or told a friend after being influenced by posts. Even though photo ads are still the more popular form of advertising, video advertisements aren't too far behind. There are 3 key video formats when it comes to Instagram ads. Single video ads that can create 60-second ads, carousels are a combination of images and videos, and Instagram stories that enable you to combine images and videos to create visually attractive ads. Here's an example of the brand Pizza 73 using story ads to advertise their pizzas. It's successful because they're showing off the product they are advertising with well-shot videos and captions. Now for number 9, partner up with influencers. Connecting with influencers will enable you to connect with thought leaders within the industry and enable you to show off your brand to a larger audience. By connecting with them, your brand will have greater authenticity and authority. Influencers need to be given new tools, resources, and guidance to carry out their role effectively and to work together as partners. Micro-influencers are also considered to be more affordable and they have a closer connection with their audience. Here we can see how Ralph Lauren have collaborated with an influencer to advertise their products. The influencer is showing off the latest Ralph Lauren has to offer. This encourages his interested followers to check out the page and buy something for themselves. Next, for number 10, host contests and giveaways. Contests enable your audience to engage with your brand with 3.5 times more likes and 64 times the comments. You can give away a product or a service which enables you to boost engagement and brand awareness. Contests and giveaways need to be planned, brands need to be partnered with, contest rules need to be identified, posts need to be created, and much more. Monitoring the contest and then running it is also really important. You would need to track your contest performance and promote the results on other social media platforms as well. Here's an example of a contest run by Domino's Pizza which encourages people to contribute their own short stories and connect better with the brand. Number 11. Take advantage of stories and IGTV. Stories enable you to create a combination of photos and videos that disappear after 24 hours. Stories can greatly influence your reach and engagement rates, even giving your story the chance to show up in the Explore section. It can also help make your brand seem more approachable and authentic. Adding links to the Instagram stories can also help with driving traffic to your website. IGTV, on the other hand, although now seemingly on the decline, still has a few advantages to offer to the savvy marketer. IGTV provides you a unique, mobile-friendly layout that serves as an evergreen content very well, like featurettes and interviews. Another new tool they have introduced is Instagram Reels, Instagram's answer to TikTok. Instagram released Reels through which users would be able to upload 15-second clips, and since it released very recently, it's rife with marketing potential. Finally, we have number 12, Track and Learn. Identify effective hashtags, visual styles, and the best times to post. Doing this, you can develop the best practices for your brand. Social listening and analytics will help you fine-tune your marketing strategy and increase Instagram engagement.
Now, let's get started. First off, let's have a look at an introduction to Facebook. Facebook was first launched in February 2004 and was initially known as the Facebook. In 2005, it removed the from its name and it has now become the Facebook we all know today. It is now the world's most popular social media and social networking service. Next, let's have a look at Instagram. It was launched in 2010 for iOS and then in 2012 for Android by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger. Instagram has now evolved to become one of the fastest growing social media platforms in the world. In April 2012, thanks to its popularity, it was acquired by Facebook for approximately $1 billion in cash and stock. Now let's compare some stats between Facebook and Instagram. First, let's have a look at the worldwide stats. First off, Facebook. Like I mentioned earlier, Facebook is the largest social media platform in the world. Reaching almost 60.6% of the internet, it has 2.5 billion monthly active users and approximately 1.6 billion active users. In fact, as of Jan 2020, the US has approximately 190 million and India has approximately 280 million Facebook users, an indication of a market that's still ripe for the picking. Now, let's have a look at Instagram. Instagram, although having released significantly later, earns its title of the fastest growing social media platform with 1 billion monthly active users and 500 million daily users. In the United States, there are approximately 120 million and India has close to 88 million Instagram users. Next up, let's have a look at the next statistic, age group of the user base. First off, Facebook. Although there's a general opinion among the younger population that Facebook isn't hip or isn't used all that much anymore, this statistic has something different to say. Turns out more than 65% of Facebook users are between the ages of 25 and 34. For Instagram, it's no surprise that 71% of the user base are under the age of 35. Next, let's compare the usage time of both these platforms. Let's take Facebook first. In the United States, users spend approximately 1 hour on Facebook every day. In India, users spend an average of 3 hours a day on Facebook. Shockingly high numbers for a platform that's assumed to be dead, isn't it? On the other hand, in the United States, users spend 23 minutes on average on Instagram. In India, users spend approximately 45 minutes. Now for the most important stat, marketing. For Facebook, 86% of marketers use it for advertising. Instagram is used by 71% of businesses for their marketing requirements. Now let's have a look at some industries that can work well on both these platforms. If you do belong to any of these industries, if you're not taking advantage of these platforms, you're missing out. So let's have a look at some industries that can capitalize on Facebook. Food and beverage companies, news and media, e-commerce, automobile, and packaged goods. Next time you're on Facebook, take a closer look at your feed. There's a good chance you'll see most of these industries' posts on it. Next up, Instagram. We have industries like fashion, athleisure, cosmetics, automobiles, and food and beverages. I can guarantee that if you take a closer look, you can find all these industries advertising on Instagram. Now let's take a closer look at how Facebook can help with marketing. First off, let's have a look at Facebook business pages. Now these are basically platforms where you can create an online presence for your organization for free. Moreover, they've got some great advantages to offer you as well. First off, your business page can keep your customers or potential customers informed. It can be about a new product launch, a webinar, a live broadcast, a new store opening, anything. Whatever it is, it can go on your Facebook business page. It connects people with your products and services. With your page, you get greater visibility, letting people know about the products and services that you offer. You can offer customer service as well. In fact, according to American Express, 90% of users use customer service as a deciding factor for whether or not they continue to do business with an organization. So, customer service is pretty important. Like I mentioned earlier, your business page provides a place where you can offer your followers offers and other advantages. And finally, the page lets you build a community, a highly targeted community that has a higher possibility of buying your products and services. Next, we have Facebook groups. With Facebook groups, you can build a community of like individuals. Some of the advantages that come with this are it provides a highly targeted audience. I mentioned earlier that business pages provide you with a highly targeted audience. Groups take that to the next level. It enables everyone to learn from one another. With a large community, there's a good chance that some members know things that others don't. Your group will enable them to communicate with each other and learn these new things. You also get honest feedback. Your customers, who are also likely part of the group, will be able to give their feedback on how they liked your product and perhaps even give you tips on how to improve. Now, since your group is filled with a community that's highly interested in your brand, you can also increase engagement in an organic manner. And as an extension of the previous point, you also get more leads and conversions. Next, Facebook has events. With Facebook events, your organization will be able to mobilize your brand and enable online consumer marketing. Basically meaning that you have a platform for letting people know about important announcements. Not to mention, there's also the opportunity to get some free advertising done. Events also help you increase brand awareness. Most people get to know about your brand by attending the event or just seeing the promotion for it. Now let's have a look at Facebook stories for groups and pages. A feature that is available for both groups and pages, it provides you the ability to appropriately represent your brand or business directly from your mobile device or desktop. Now, some of its advantages are that it helps you engage with your audience with stuff other than the usuals, like articles, videos, and other similar posts. This way, you can also vary the kind of content that you post. Moreover, stories can help you humanize your brand. Rather than seeming like you're pandering to your audience or seeing them only as potential leads or customers, stories help your brand show that you're genuinely interested in your audience. You can also reach your appropriate audience with greater frequency. Next, Facebook has Facebook Messenger. With Messenger, you can connect and interact with your audience at a personal level. In the last few years, Messenger has proved itself to be a great marketing tool. It helps acquire more customers. Now, people are more loyal to a brand that genuinely cares about them, and by directly interacting with them through Messenger, their loyalty towards you is certainly set to improve. And as an extension of the previous point, you also get a greater number of transactions. And even if a customer doesn't give you a transaction, at least you're increasing your brand awareness. Then we have Facebook Live. Facebook Live gives you a platform to interact with your audience in real time. It can be used to diversify your content, providing your audience with something different from what they've received from your brand initially. Live can also be used to show what happens behind the scenes in your organization, further helping humanize your brand. And finally, you can also provide instant questions and answers to your audience, increasing engagement with them. Next, we have the Facebook Shop. The Facebook Shop is a business page tab application that enables your customers to purchase your products directly from your store. It also has the following advantages. Firstly, you can use the shop to drive new sales. You can give the customers who are on the fence about your product a small push by engaging them. And how can you do that? With deals and promotions. You can also reward advocates of your brand with special benefits to be availed from your store. And finally, you can build brand awareness and recognition. Now let's have a look at Facebook ads. Facebook ads help spread product or brand awareness in the newsfeed of a specific targeted audience on Facebook. Now, some of the advantages of Facebook ads are that they help increase brand awareness, they enable you to advertise your products and services to the appropriate audience, and it provides you with greater reach while making you spend lesser amounts of money. It also helps you re-advertise or retarget your products to an existing audience. And finally, it helps increase revenue, sales, and leads. If you guys are interested in learning about Facebook ads, you can check out our Facebook ads video. I'll add it in the live chat, so you can check it out if you're interested. Now let's have a look at the final feature Facebook offers to help you with marketing. Facebook Insights. I'm sure all of you have heard about Google Analytics. Let's just say this is Facebook's version of that. With Insights, you get information that can help you refine your brand strategy by tracking and measuring results. It can help you determine reach and engagement, actions, people who are viewing your posts, when your fans are online, the type of posts that are working for you, and much, much more. That brings us to the end of the ways Facebook helps you with marketing. Now, let's move on to Instagram. First off, we have Instagram business accounts. Instagram business accounts enable brands to be recognized as businesses. Now, it also has the following benefits to offer. It's only with a business account that you can get Instagram Insights. We'll talk about Insights in a little more detail in a little bit. You can also add a contact button on your profile, enabling users to connect with you directly. You can also specify what kind of service you offer by adding what industry you belong to in your bio. And finally, you also have the ability to add links to your Instagram stories. Now, I'm sure you've all seen the see more option in your stories, so now you know how that shows up. Now, if you guys are interested in finding out how you can increase followers on Instagram, you can check out our video on the same topic of the same name. I'll add the link in the live chat. Next, let's talk about Instagram stories. With Instagram stories, you have the ability to grow engagement, build brand awareness, and to drive sales. You can also use stories to provide recent updates about your brand. Now, some of the advantages of Instagram stories are that they help businesses grow their audience and can enable them to engage with their audience regularly. With stories, you can also drive traffic to other websites, like your company's website. It can also help diversify your content, setting it apart from the usual videos and photos. Next up, let's talk about Instagram DMs or direct messages. DMs help you grow your business by interacting with customers at a personal level. It can also help build connections with your users. By building a personal connection with your followers, their loyalty towards your brand is improved. Not only that, it helps you make or grow your connections within the industry. And as an extension of the last few points, this leads to easier lead generation and increased sales. Next up, we have IGTV. Now, IGTV is a platform that's gotten really famous recently. It enables your brand to get closer to its audience and enables it to be discovered by new people. Other benefits include greater visibility of your products and services, having the ability to educate and entertain your audience, improved engagement, and greater chances of conversions. Finally, it also helps build a community of a highly targeted audience. Next, we have Instagram Live. Instagram Live enables you to communicate with your audience in real time, further improving your discoverability and strengthening your connection with the audience. Moreover, it provides a lot of visibility. Your followers are immediately notified when you go on a live stream. And finally, it helps you interact with your audience in real time. This helps further humanize your brand. Next, we have Instagram ads. Instagram ads provides you with control over advertisements. You decide how they appear and who sees them. Like Facebook, Instagram has a number of different ad types to offer. They are photo ads, video ads, carousel ads, slideshow ads, and stories ads. Next up, Instagram offers an Instagram shop. The shop helps you incorporate your product catalog with your Instagram profile. At some points, even enabling users to access the shop directly from an image showing the same product. One of the major advantages of the Instagram shop is that it provides easy product discoverability. And since it provides visual marketing, it also leads to more sales. And finally, Instagram Insights. Instagram's answer to Facebook Insights and Google Analytics. Insights is an analytical tool that provides data on follower demographics, their actions, and your brand content. It helps determine engagement, impressions and reach, best and worst performing content, profile visits, website clicks, and much more. And there you go, that's every way Facebook and Instagram can help you with marketing. Now we've laid out the facts for you. Keep in mind your requirements and make a wise choice.
And with that, we have come to an end of this Instagram full course for 2021. I hope it was informative and interesting. If you have any questions about the topics covered in this video, please ask away in the comment section below. Our team of experts will be happy to solve all your queries. Thank you for watching, stay safe and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.